Wage wars are going airborne, and worker pay in two of the nation's major airports may soon be taking flight. An estimated 8,000 workers at New York's LaGuardia and JFK airports will likely see their hourly wages increase by $1. This comes a week after 32 people were arrested while protesting for worker rights outside LaGuardia. New York City Councilman Mark Levine was among those taken into custody. He's out of the clinker and he joins us now. You went to jail for this, so do you feel good?
Well, this is a cause that I and many others believe strongly in. You know, there's a core value here in New York City, and I think around the country, that people who work hard and play by the rules should be able to earn a decent living for their families. And for airport workers making $8 an hour in New York City, they are nowhere near an acceptable living wage.
Without question, at the same time, these are public corporations. They have earnings every quarter. They have to go back to their shareholders and compare what they spent this quarter with what they spent last quarter. They're going to have to make up the money somewhere else. I mean, aren't you worried that they're going to cut hours?
These are public companies, but they're in facilities owned and operated by a government agency.
I know, but aren't you worried they're going to cut hours?
No, this is work that is essential to the economy and essential to air flight. These are security jobs, cleaning jobs, moving luggage. If they don't work, airplanes don't move. These jobs are essential.
So you don't think even if it's $1 an hour, they can trim here and there and that these workers' paychecks, you think they're definitely going to get bigger? You're willing to take that risk?
Getting these workers to a living wage only adds a tiny fraction of a percent to total cost to airlines. It's not going to impact the bottom line, but it will make a huge difference in the bottom line of low-income families.
It does seem like it works in airport areas. I mean, for example, San Jose, the airport, they have a minimum wage of $14.71. St. Louis, $15.92. SeaTac pays $15. I wonder if the labor market in an airport is just a lot tighter, that it lends itself to a higher wage. Is that possible?
Well, look, there's huge demand for gate slots, especially in airports in the New York region. Airlines want to fly in and out of these airports, and a small adjustment in the wage agreements is not going to change that. These are high-demand airports from passengers and airlines. Good working conditions for workers only make those facilities stronger. They're not going to discourage any kind of business.
No, but I mean, I wonder if it's its own kind of economy. I mean, when you look at the workers when you work in an airport, whenever I go to an airport, I think it would be such a hassle to work here. I mean, it takes longer to get there because there's generally traffic around the airport. If you park, I mean, the parking is more expensive. The time that you waste to get in are hours you could be working elsewhere. Is that what employees tell you, that it's actually more expensive to work at the airport?
These are tough jobs, tough conditions, physical jobs, sometimes dangerous jobs. But this market has not produced living wages. That's why we need the public agency or the Port Authority to intervene and set a reasonable floor for people working in these facilities.
Do you think it spreads to other airports?
I sure hope so. New York won't be the first. These are two airports now, JFK and LaGuardia. We're hoping Newark will eventually be covered. And this could spread around the country. New York is not first, but we're early in this game. We hope it'll set a trend.
Why didn't Newark go already?
I think that's in negotiation. Our Governor Cuomo has intervened behind the scenes. I presume that in New Jersey they'll ask for a similar deal.
You're not worried about passengers that are already paying so much to go on the plane? There's so much hassle already. It could be the last fee that pushes them over the edge.
I'm not convinced this will be passed on to passengers. If it is, it'll be a fraction of a percent.
It's got to go somewhere. I mean, you don't think it's going to be passed on to passengers. You don't think that the workers are going to have fewer hours. It's got to come from somewhere because these are public companies. They're CEOs that have to go present to the market.
The vast majority of airline passengers in this country would happily pay a few more cents per ticket if they knew that the men and women who are making their flights possible were earning a living wage.
Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, Melissa.
All right.